Hey guys, I got one last video for you guys today. It's rather short, not that much of a deal. Um, I've gotten 3 out today, so I feel I've reached my quota. This is just a little review on the ParadoxProduction.net server for Siri. It's actually called Three Little Pigs server, and it's a unique Siri server. It's basically a bunch of people donate their in effect. Although, it is possible for your key to get blacklisted, so be careful with that. If your key gets blacklisted, just Google how to unblacklist it, or unblacklist your iPhone's keys. It's not that hard. You can do it fairly easily. And basically, what you gotta do is an iPhone 4, not a 4S. I don't have a 4S, it's an iPhone 4. Okay. First of all, depending on what firmware you're using, I'm using 5.1.1, or if you're using 5.0.1, you can use Spite for 5.1, or Acid Siri, which is what I use. You can see my reviews for Acid Siri. I'll post a link down in the description. I don't want to go into Acid Siri right now, but basically you set it up by going into Settings. Okay, and then you scroll down to whatever it is. It's either Spite, Acid Siri, or Spire, or whatever other port you have. And you go into Acid Siri, and you see where it says proxy host. You put HTTPS. You have to make sure it's HTTPS. Otherwise, it won't work. / ParadoxProductions.net. I'll put that in the description as well for you, as your proxy host. And then, on the iDevice itself, or on your computer, you go to ParadoxProductions.net, and there is a Get Connected tab. In the Get Connected tab, it shows you the all the instructions for getting connected again, just like I'm running it through for you here. But there's also, it says you can download the certificate here, which is certificate.pem. You can either A, download that on your computer and email it to yourself and then open it on your iPhone, or B, you can download it straight from your iPhone from Mobile Safari and install the profile from Mobile Safari. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. For me, I had to email it to myself. Other people, they can just use it as it is. Some websites I can use it as well. So it's not just like, oh, your phone doesn't work with it. No, it does, it's just iffy sometimes. So now, once you have that done, this server's got a little bit of a proxy, no, I wouldn't say proxy, but screening. You go to server status, up there at the top, it's third from the top. I'm not alt-tabbing, I'm switching between tabs from this recorder and looking at this so I can have a reference. And then you see server status and statistics. First thing is, you should make sure the server's on. It says server status on. That's good. Server uptime, it'll tell you how long the server's been up. I don't find that useful. Other people do. Available keys, it tells you how many keys there are available per person. Very nice feature there. Not per person, I'm sorry. How many keys there are at all. There's currently 8 at the point of me doing this video. So that means 8 people, or 8 4S's have donated their unique identifier key for Siri. Now from that, there are 172 active connections right now, which means there are 172 people like me connected and using, not necessarily using, but connected to a single, to one of those 8 4S keys. The maximum connections per key you'll see is 30. They do that to avoid key overload. That way Apple doesn't look at it and say, okay, well this guy's using it so much, he's probably not using it. He's probably, you know, not using a 4S. Let's blacklist the key. They do that for your own protection. Don't get mad at them when they do that, because, you know, if you had a 4S and your key got blacklisted, you'd be pretty pissed off. Max key load, I don't know what that means. Key drop down interval. They explain it, and my mouse over is not working right now. I don't have time to try and figure out why. Time remaining until drop down is 3 minutes and 10 seconds. I'm assuming drop down means that the server is momentarily unavailable. I'm not 100% positive though. As well as accepting new people in 1 hour and 42 minutes. Basically, the server calls that happy hour. In 1 hour and 42 minutes from now, if you have it already set up on your device, ready to go, you have to wait 1 hour and 42 minutes before you can use Siri with this enabled and get a response. Once you use Siri and get a response, however, you are connected. So for me, if I say, I don't know, let's set a timer. Siri, set a timer for 10 minutes.
Setting the timer. Okay, 10 minutes and counting.
And there you go. You've got 10 minutes on your timer, whatever it is you actually need to do, though. It's actually extremely fast. Sometimes it can be rather slow. It all depends on, you know, everything that's going on. Depends on how many, you know, the key load, everything. It does get a little annoying when it doesn't work immediately, but you know what? You've got a device that's not supposed to have it. You have it now, thanks to these amazing people. Just donate to them, or, you know, just at least send the guy an email and thank him. I've donated, you know. But whatever. Whatever you gotta do, you gotta do, you know. Don't complain about service, because it is something this guy's running in his downtime. It's not like he's just, you know, this is business. He's not charging, none of that. It's all free. You don't have to donate, but it's nice if you do. If you have a 4S key and you would like to donate your 4S key, it still works on your 4S. You can still use Siri on your 4S. Don't get me wrong. It doesn't take away the Siri functionality for your 4S key. All you gotta do is you gotta go up there at the top, and there's another tab, it's fourth over to the right. It's called Feed the Piggy. It's important to know that this server's nickname or name is 3 Little Pigs. It's pretty cool, actually. And basically, what you gotta do is you install a certificate on your iPhone 4S. If the certificate that they have is just the same procedure as with the certificate that you install for the 4 or whatever other iOS 5 device you're trying to get Siri on. From that, you go to Settings, Wi-Fi. You press the blue arrow and you change the DNS field. There's instructions there. I'm not going to read out the IP. You use Siri. If Siri replies back, then good job. You just, donated a key. You can check server status to see if the keys have been added, and you can just roll back to your old DNS. So I'd recommend copying that. You can renew the lease or delete the DNS and quit the Settings app, which will give you your normal DNS as well. That's all you got to do. I'd hope to see more keys on this server, because this server used to be extremely popular, and then I don't know. I don't know what happened. But there's the i4 Siri server, which is the most Siri-like server that I've ever seen. It's not actually Siri, which is the only reason I changed from it, because it's not actually Siri. I prefer to actually have Siri. I don't know. I spent all my time trying to get Siri. I want Siri. I don't want something that's like Siri, even though it is amazing. And then, if you're into the more feature portion of Siri, you can try the, Word Jelly server. which I had for a while, but I didn't like it. I felt as though it was overloaded with features. But for somebody that's going to use all the features, it's actually good for you. So that's about it. Acid Siri, you know, you guys know what that is if you watch my videos. If you don't, look in my channel, you'll see it. That's about it. Have a nice day, guys. Hope you get Siri working.